Welcome back, guys, to another recipe here on my cooking channel, and today we are making pork tofu with black beans. Now for our list of ingredients, we have the following. We will need 5 pieces of hard tofu, or you can use tokwa if you want. I cut it into big cubes. We will need about 200 grams of pork with fat, and then we will use, of course, salted black beans. I'm just using 1 pouch, and this is the brand that I use, Ram. For our aromatics, we will need the following. We have 6 cloves of garlic, finely minced. And then we have 2 medium-sized red onions. This is thinly sliced. We will also need green onions or spring onions. And we will use chilies. And this is according to your taste. Lastly, we will need cooking oil to fry our tofu and for sauteing. So now that we have our ingredients ready, let's start cooking. We will prepare first our tofu by heating up our cooking oil in our wok. And you would know that your oil is hot enough by putting 1 piece of tofu. If it starts bubbling, it means the oil is ready and you can add the rest of the tofu for frying. Now we're gonna make sure that every piece of tofu is submerged in oil. This is for even cooking of our tofu. When you stir your tofu in your pan, make sure that you do it gently, since tofu is a very fragile ingredient and it easily breaks up. While we are frying our tofu, we can then prepare our black beans or Tausi. I have discarded the liquid that came in with the pouch and washed the beans once. Now this is the color that we want to achieve for our tofu. It should be golden brown. Now once this is golden brown, we get a strainer and drain the oil and set this tofu aside. I have discarded the oil that we used for frying our tofu, and in our pan now I just have enough oil for sauteing, and we will start sauteing our garlic. Once you smell the aroma of the garlic, you can then add your sliced onions. Now make sure that you saute your aromatics well. This is to infuse the oil with those flavors. Next up, we're gonna add our pork. With this infused oil, we start sauteing our pork, and the pork will absorb the flavors of the garlic and the onions. You can then season this with freshly cracked black pepper. Now at this point, I'm adding half of the black beans or Tausi. We're not gonna use salt in this recipe because Tausi or black beans is a really salty ingredient, and it would just be enough to have those flavors into our pork tofu with black beans. Now at this point, we're gonna add water to help make our sauce for our pork tofu with black beans, and at the same time help tenderize our pork. Now I've already mashed the beans that I added to my wok. This would really help incorporate the saltiness to our sauce and to our pork. Now, once the pork is tender, you can add the rest of your black beans. After adding your black beans, you can then add your chilies. Now, the reason why I didn't add all of the black beans at once is because I want a texture building up whenever I eat this dish. So you have the flavor of the black beans with the sauce, and at the same time, you can also bite into the beans. Now, once all of the flavors have fully incorporated, you can then add your tofu and then add your spring onions. Now, I turn off my heat after adding the spring onions. This is to make sure that your spring onions are still colored bright green and to avoid it from being wilted. So there you go, guys. This is our recipe for today, pork tofu with black beans. Now, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Share this recipe video to your family and friends. And if you're not subscribed yet to my channel, please do so. Subscribe to my channel, Yan Eat. This is for more recipes and cooking videos. And if you want to get a notification, you can also tap the bell on the side. Thanks again for watching another recipe of mine. See you again next time. Bye.